statistics show that fewer people have been dying in car accidents across Russia, but the number is still far higher than elsewhere in Europe. That's according to an accident report for 2009 published by Russia's traffic police. Car crashes last year claimed the lives of more than 26,000 people, 13% less than the year before, but this is still an alarmingly high figure, comparable to the population, in fact, of an average Russian town. Police say one factor easing the situation has been the financial crisis, which has forced cash-strapped drivers to switch to public transport. Crashes involving children and accidents due to drunk driving and faulty cars, they are also down. But on a less positive note, the number of crashes caused by poor roads has risen, along with collisions with pedestrians. To discuss this further, we're joined by Stephen Newman, a UK businessman living in Moscow. Thanks very much for joining us.
You're welcome.
For some people, driving is considered a real pleasure, almost a hobby. To what extent is it a pleasure for you to drive here in Russia, or perhaps not?
Yeah, it's very interesting. I've been in Moscow since 1995, and over the period I've been here, things have changed quite dramatically on the roads. Cars are getting better, people can stop quicker. Most people have winter tyres, whereas before they'll be driving on summer slicks. Though, having said that, probably one of the biggest reasons why I think the statistics are down from previous years is because people buckle up now. That wasn't the case when I first came here. Plus, there's so many traffic jams, people can't drive as fast.
How would you compare driving here with in the UK? Do you feel more nervous, more aware?
Certainly I feel much more aware here. When I'm driving in the UK, I'm more worried about what I'm doing than others. Here, I have to worry about what everyone else is doing around me.
Have you noticed any improvements, say, over the last year or so in people's driving habits?
Sadly not. I don't know what it is here, but a lot of Russian drivers are very nuggly. I mean, nuggly, I suppose, means...
pushy,
yeah,
aggressive.
And aggressive.
Yeah, it's a good Russian word that you could find difficult to translate into English.
But I mean, they want to be first. You know, there is no care for anyone else around them.
So you'd say the ethics are still pretty low.
Yeah, and it's not because Russians don't know the highway code. They do. They just choose. Well, not everybody, because it wouldn't be fair to generalise, but a lot of people do choose just to ignore them.
The statistics indicate that there are a lot more accidents because of the bad weather, so things get worse in the winter, and also there's a lot of indication that bad roads have got to blame for a lot of accidents. Have you experienced either of these in particular?
Well, within Moscow, the roads are generally not too bad. The condition is not too bad. When you get out of Moscow, however, things change dramatically. I travel quite often to the Moscow suburbs, Oblast, and you know you'll find potholes. So not only are you avoiding cars coming from left, right, and centre, you've got to dodge around the potholes as well. But I mean, it's a big country. It's a lot of roads, and the weather does take a toll. From
your own personal experience, are there things that you sit in your car and you think, oh, I wish they would do this different, this would improve things if they did this?
Yeah, for example, if you do have a crash, just move it to the side of the road, you know, so that everybody can get by. Another thing, at junctions, I mean, in the UK, there's a big yellow box generally printed or painted on the road, and if you haven't got space to get over that box, you wait, so it doesn't block cars coming from the other direction. I mean, that would be very easy to do and very cheap to do.
Obviously, public transport, you use that sometimes. Do you still think it's beneficial for you, though, to be driving? You have your wife, your children. You still feel it's worth it?
Oh, I have to drive. There's no way I couldn't drive, because, you know, the kids need getting to school, play school. We need to do the shopping. You know, we need to visit relatives. So, I mean, it would be impossible not to have a car.
So it's a necessary evil, but the one that you're willing to choose for now?
Absolutely, and touch wood, all the years I've been here, I've never had any major accidents, so may it long continue.
Maybe it's not that evil, after all.
Exactly.
I'm crossing my fingers for you now. We always know tempting fate's terrible.
Thank you very much. Stephen Newman, a businessman that lives here in Moscow.
Thank you.
UK.
Thank you.